So first we see a big change on hospitality industry. We are moving, and we've seen on the past, how it came the service apartments, but now we see how it's moving the living with the flex living. I think flex living is something that it will stay, and it will change the kind of living. And then senior living. Spain it's in a role position in Europe that has to take advantage for senior living and flex living. And I think that we will see on the next 10 years how investors, operators, they will see the potential that Spain has on this market. Always on the hospitality industry, we talk about the experience. So when we talk about experience, we talk about the service that we provide and the experience, the feelings. But when we talk about co-living, senior living or flex living, we talk not just experience, we talk about community. People live in accommodation for weeks, months or years, and what they are willing to have is a community. They want to have that flexibility, and the community is generating a strong impact because it's a way to learn about the area where they live, taking consideration that flex accommodation, it's people that they are foreigners, that they move from one city to another one, that probably they don't even talk the language, or they don't have the same culture. So community, it's what it will make the change on co-livings, on senior living, and on flex living. That's really. And probably on the future, when this one is becoming more popular, we'll see how it's moving to the hospitality segment as well. So first, we operate in Spain and we operate in Europe. And what we see is we need to see a big change on politicians, on governments, on regulations. Today we have in Spain many different regulations. In Europe as well we have many different regulations. Actually the politicians, they are changing the regulations every single day. So I think what we will see in the future and we need to see, it's a huge change on setting the rules, setting the regulation, letting the demand to move the way that they want. So here the operators or the investors, we don't play the role. We play the role that the demand exists. So there's no demand. Investors and operators, we will never exist, but there's the demand. So now the regulators, they need to regulate. And what I see is that this is the change that we will go. So talking about the regulation, it will fit, it will tell us it's where the market will go. But what is clear is that service apartments, it's something that it's been for the last more than a decade in all Europe, and it will remain. Flex living, it's something that it will be in all Europe. Flex living, we are operators in flex living in Spain, we have flex living in Germany, we have flex living in Greek market, so flex living is something that it will stay. It needs nothing for Spain. And as I mentioned before, I think that Spain plays an amazing role for senior living as well. So that it will come, but we need the regulators, we need the European Union to act, because based on this, investors, they will move to one to another one. But the demand, and we need to understand that now the demand on living segment, they want flexibility, and they want that everything is being done, and technology. They want technology, they want flexibility, and they want to have maintenance, they want to have community, they want to have experience. It's not just a flat that you rent, and that's something that we need, and the community, everybody needs to understand, because the demand exists. So it's my second time that I'm here. I will keep repeating. That gives me the opportunity to visit some suppliers, some technology, to meet with my competitors, which as well as time, it's a good moment to talk, to understand what's our needs. I'm always happy that I say thank you to Carlos and Vitur for the invitation. They give me the opportunity to share our experience as an operator, that we are an operator that we work from service apartments to hotel, hostels, living segment and so on. So we have this added value on these conversations, on this, and to be honest, being my second time, I see every time that it's improving much better. It's increasing. So I'm happy to see that.